Hello and welcome to the Epoch Times Evening News. I'm your host, Angela Anderson. Evidence of ballot mishandling in Florida's Broward County after the midterm election points to an assault on America's democratic election process. Florida's Secretary of State ordered recounts of 6 tight races on November 10, including races for Senator, Governor and Agricultural Commissioner. Governor Rick Scott, who ran for the Senate against incumbent Bill Nelson, called for an investigation after Broward and Palm Beach counties kept adding early voting and absentee ballots 2 days after the deadline. President Donald Trump is demanding the recount in Broward and Palm Beach to be dropped after large numbers of new ballots showed up out of nowhere. An honest vote count is no longer possible, Trump said. Ballots massively infected must go with election night. Former House Speaker Newt Gingrich warns in Life Set, watch the Democrats try to steal elections and think about how democratic dishonesty is a much greater threat to freedom than some unproven Russian conspiracy. In Arizona, you can bet that many of the 400,000 mail-in ballots still outstanding will turn out to be non-existent or cast by illegal immigrants or simply made up by the election officials. The independent congressional candidate in Florida's 23rd District, Tim Canova, has been raising alarms about election inconsistencies in the state for years. In 2016, he ran and lost in the primary against incumbent Rep. Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Canova suspected election tampering and sued for the Broward County ballots. But before the case was decided, the ballots were destroyed by Broward County Supervisor of Elections Brenda Snipes by mistake, she said. Snipes has been reported to have run afoul of election laws at least a dozen times over her 15 years in office. Joanne Knox, a supporter of Tim Canova, was concerned about the election's integrity, and after polling closed, she observed the closing and tabulation of the vote in Plantation, Broward County. Watching the chaos, she wrote in a Facebook post, "There's really nothing guaranteeing that those ballot bags couldn't be opened and resealed, with no way of anyone knowing." Returning to her car, Knox noticed very suspicious activity with cars dropping off bags and boxes, some labelled provisional ballots, and a number of blue bags used for completed ballots that were then loaded on a truck. In another incident, a box labelled provisional ballots was left in an Avis rental car at the airport. It not only contained election supplies, but also blank provisional ballots. An Avis employee informed Broward County Sheriff's deputies at the airport who seemed uninterested. The Avis car had been rented by Noah Holliman under the Broward County election supervisor, the rental record shows. But suddenly the airport was put in lockdown because of a suspicious package reported near Terminal 4. Meanwhile, several deputies arrived and collected the ballot box and other items found in the car near Terminal 1. At that time, media's attention was on the bomb scare at Terminal 4, which turned out to be a false alarm. Snipes' office and Noah Holliman didn't respond to requests for comment. And that's all for today on the Epoch Times. Please like and subscribe to our channel. See you next time.